Right, people, I just been, well, having my quiet time with my friends over the holidays, and you can see that I even got dressed up for this video because this video is very important. This is Stevie. I know maybe I look different today, but it's the same person. What I want to talk to you today is about the flat earth. This is the video you flat earthers have been waiting for, to finally prove that the earth is flat. To finally prove. This is the ultimate video, right? Now the first reason that the earth is flat, let me read this to you, right? I'll post the web link below. If the earth was really a sphere hurtling through space, the water would be wobbling all over the place instead of staying flat. So that's one of the reasons, because I know that when I used to have a bath, that when I took my rubber duck in and started throwing it around, the water would go like this all the time, right? Now if the earth was flat, then the water, if the earth was round, then the water would go all over the place, but it didn't, so that proves that the earth is flat. Okay, next reason. If the earth really was a globe, rivers such as the Mississippi would have to flow uphill to reach the sea, flowing uphill 11 miles in its 3,000-mile length. That's another reason that the earth is flat, because can you imagine fish trying to swim up river? I heard the salmon doing it, but as far as I know, fish can't swim uphill, as far as I know. Right? Right? Next reason. If the earth really was spherical, helicopters would be able to hover in place and wait for their destinations to come to them. That's true. That's true. If you think about it, if the earth is moving at 60,000 miles an hour, all you would need to do is just go off the surface of the earth and it would hurtle 60,000 miles an hour, so you'd be drifting there, right, and be able to touch down in Mexico if you were taking off in maybe Africa, right? Now, as far as I understand, because we believe in the flat earth, that what do you think, Mr. Tootie? He looks a bit confused, to be honest with you, but listen, right, if the earth was round, right, then things in space would come down. That there is a protection layer, okay, above the earth, right? It's like a glass thing, like a snow shaker above the atmosphere, right? So nothing can get down, right? But in the round earth model, there's no such thing, okay? So even if you were within the earth's atmosphere and turning with the earth's atmosphere, nonsense, it's all garbage. I don't understand it, right? It's flat, right? Say the earth is flat, it proves the earth is flat if you see it. The railway from London to Liverpool is 180 miles long. If earth really was a globe, it should be 5,400 feet high over Birmingham. Now that is an obvious one. That is one that anybody can check for themselves if you stay in London, obviously, right? Or in Birmingham or Liverpool. If you stay in any of these three cities, you can check that for yourself. All you need to do is you need to climb a high building and then use a high power binoculars, and you should be able to see Birmingham from London. Or if you go up one of the Sear Tower, I think it is, and all of that, right, and maybe it's the British Telecom, the BT Tower, I can't remember, right, but anyhow, If you're in any of these cities, you should be able to climb up a high place, get a telescope, and you should be able to see the next city. So if you're in Liverpool, you should see Birmingham. Birmingham's a good place, I would suggest, because you'd be able to see London or Liverpool from there. Very obvious. I can't believe that nobody's thought of this before. If the Earth was really a globe, airline pilots would constantly have to adjust their controls so as not to fly off into space. That's an obvious one. Even if you're flying within the atmosphere of a spherical Earth, and the instruments are continually adjusting themselves. Never mind all that professional mumbo jumbo garbage, right? If you're actually staying in a straight path and the Earth is here and you took off, you would have to be flying like this basically to be able to stay straight. If you were really straight, you'd fly off into outer space. That's what would happen. If there actually were billions of stars in the night sky, this is another delusion that round earthers believe. Flat earthers think they aren't, right? I don't quite understand that. I think there's quite a few beliefs flat earthers have, by the way, so I'll reserve my opinion on that. If there's stars are fixed in their place, as it says in the Bible, or not, I don't know. The entire sky would be full of light. If Earth was constantly spinning, aeroplanes would never be able to reach their destination due to the 500 miles per hour headwind. Think about that. If they were going at that speed, and you can imagine the headwind up there is quite a lot. Think about that. If Earth was really spinning, bullets fired upwards would land hundreds of feet westward. They don't. I can remember when I had an air rifle, right? Me and my mates took it out and we fired a shot up into the sky, right? And it took about maybe a few seconds, maybe a minute it was. And then we heard something fall down. And then we fired it up again. And this time we never heard anything for about, I would say, 5 minutes, right? I'm not joking, right? 5 minutes, and then after about 5 minutes we heard this thing coming down out the sky. I'm not joking. So if the Earth was round, right, the bullet would have landed somewhere over in Africa at the speed that the Earth is going, right? It would have. I don't know why you're laughing. It would have. Subscribe.